be. Well, at least you guys know it's definitely not wild dog, because we wouldn't be going this slowly for wild dog. We would be doing some low flying. Brian would have to be putting a seatbelt on. So strange enough, Sandy backside, this is one of the first areas I ever saw Krula, was around here. We're on Impala Plains at the moment, and we're now, there we go, and I haven't seen her in this area for quite some time. I think Scott had her here a while ago, but I mean, it must be over a month now. But it's very, very, very interesting behavior happening with the leopard movements at the moment, and having all these tracks of animals we're not sure of who they might be in the area. There we go. We are here. Morning. Come on, Obs. There we go. Here's a nice little young male leopard. I'm trying to see where his mom is now. So who can tell me which leopard this is? You can send your answers to questions@wildearth.tv or use the hashtag Safari Live if you're on Twitter. Who can identify which young male leopard this is?
Close to the gate.
Beautiful early morning light. I can't see where the female is just yet, but I'm sure she's around. So, not much better ways to spend a nice, cool early morning than with a leopard, and especially now with this beautiful soft light that's coming through. Remember, guys, if you are new to the Safari Live concept, we are live. You're seeing this leopard in real time, the same time we are, and we are interactive, so you can ask us questions about what we're seeing. You can do that by sending an email to questions@wildearth.tv or use the hashtag Safari Live on Twitter. Heard something? So it doesn't seem like the female's around, so she's probably left the cub in this area. There's quite a lot of quarry thickets. we can't see if this animal's eaten, but it's possible. I don't think, I've been trying to look, I don't see a kill around here and I can't smell anything, so it's possible that the mother is out hunting. So Sandy, this relates straight back to your questions. I was saying, one of the first times I saw Karula was in this area. Oh, look, getting comfortable. That looks very comfortable. Stations, do you copy me? There's quite a lot of shade around, so I'm pretty sure this youngster will move into the shade somewhere when it gets a bit warmer. You can see them watching the oxpeckers there as they flew over. You'll notice lions and leopards will often look up into the sky at birds, very particularly vultures, and they will keep an eye on what's going on. Like that, for those who are on the sunset safari with the Tingana male leopard, I'm pretty sure he found that impala carcass that died from the cold snap, from the vultures dropping down onto it, and then he went and scavenged it. So it's possible those female leopard tracks we were following could belong to his mother. Very peaceful. Spending a morning with a young leopard. Who's that tired cat? So, well done everyone, that's correct. It is most definitely Shadow's cub. And we are quite close to the Arathusa boundary. Well done to Chris, Lisa, Ellen and Georgiane, who were the first to identify this young guy as Shadow's cub. We are quite close to the Arathusa boundary, where him and his mom are normally seen. morning, Joe. Welcome on the Sunrise Safari. Joe would like to know how old this leopard is. Joe, he's just over 8 months now. So still dependent on his mother. Male leopards tend to be dependent on their mothers for longer than female cubs. I mean, I've seen female cubs that will reach independence at as young as sort of 10, 11 months, whereas male cubs will normally start getting pushed away by the mother when they get to around between 14 and 16 months. But I have seen male cubs stay with their mother for as long as 22, 23 months. So at this age, it's not uncommon for the females to leave them alone for an extended period, even up to 3 or 4 days. So she would probably be off hunting. She would try and make a kill, and then she would preferably hoist the kill and then come back and fetch him and bring him back to wherever she might have taken that kill. He is a very good looking youngster. You hear another vehicle on the way, making their way into the sighting. Oh no, it's not. It's a vehicle going down the main road. The main access road. Thought they might be coming here, but... Morning, Trudy. Trudy would like to know how we identify leopards from their spot pattern markings. I'll show you in a second, Trudy. So above the top line of whiskers, there's a very distinct spot pattern that is like a fingerprint to each leopard. And just having a look quickly here, this young male is a 3-3 spot pattern, and I will show you. Let's just see what he's going to do for a second. I don't want to start showing you the back of my camera when he might do something interesting. So we look at the spot pattern on the top, so the last set of spots above the last line of whiskers. And that's generally the easiest way. And if you look at ID kits for a lot of leopards that the lodges have that they give to new guides and stuff, that is how they will identify it, from the top spot pattern. I know a lot of you guys or viewers like to use different distinguishing marks all over the body, but from our point of view, it's just for us a lot easier to have one system that we all stick to, and that is sort of the generally accepted system, and is also used in research projects and that by scientists. Okay, let's have a quick look now. So there we go. I'm just going to get Bryan to show you quickly here. see there, this is the right-hand side of that young male's face. And you can see there's a very distinct 1, 2, 3. Let me just find a left-hand profile. Oops, I know I have one here. Oops, there we go, left-hand profile. And there we go, that last line of spots above the whiskers, there's another 1, 2, 3 spots. So he's got a 3 spot pattern. It'll be interesting to see how far it moves, or hopefully while we're here, his mom comes back. That would be a really nice sighting. Oh, we've got Anne-Marie and Sharon, welcome on the Sunrise Safari. Anne-Marie and Sharon would like to know, is this young male old enough to make a kill, even if it is a small one? Most definitely, Anne-Marie. He's probably already killed small things, possibly squirrels or dwarf mongoose. Sorry about that. Couldn't resist having to get that shot there. I think I got that one really nicely. Nice little leopard yawn. But most definitely, maybe even possibly some francolin or other small birds. Lots of various different animals. So, he most definitely. Just hang on, guys. I'm going to have to move so we can keep up with him. amazing how well that camouflage works. It just breaks up the outlines. You can see as Bryan zooms out how difficult it can be to spot a leopard if you don't know it's there. That's how he just slowly merges into the grass. Very still morning. You can hear some Aramark babblers in the distance. But other than that, from Franklin earlier, but very little bird calls yet. They'll start calling more as it warms up now. So just to go back to one of the questions from earlier about why Karula's been so elusive over the last while. And there is definitely pressure coming in from other female leopards. I mean, Shadow has definitely moved further and further into what was her mother's territory. And I said we saw that young female leopard down on the eastern boundary. She's going to be coming into independence now, so she's going to be looking for territory. And then there's this other leopard tracks we keep finding on the southern boundary. I'm not sure which leopard they belong to. And there does seem to be a bit of pressure on Karula at the moment, and she is getting quite old. Although I have seen female leopards hold territory till about 15, 16 years old, which is very old, and Karula is not quite there yet. But it all just depends on at the time of how much pressure is on. We're just going to move around to see if we can get a better view. There we go. So there he is, lying on the base of the termite mound, really enjoying a bit of the morning sun. It's been quite a cold morning, the coldest I think we've had this year. Coming back. Morning, Shamrock. Welcome on the Sunrise Safari. Shamrock would like to know whether if Shadow, while away from the cub hunting, bumped into Tingana or Umvula, would she purposely lead them away from where she's hidden the cub? Probably not. I think they probably both think they're the cub's father. She would have mated with both of them when she's in estrus, so there's a good chance she wouldn't try to lead them away from the cub, and they probably wouldn't try kill the cub because they both think it's their progeny. Such beautiful backlighting on the little one this morning. Morning, Lisa. Welcome on the Sunrise Safari. Lisa would like to know, would a female leopard like Shadow or Kwatile kill a rival female's cub if they came across it? Most definitely, Lisa. That cub is a potential threat to the resource and territory, so they would definitely kill other leopards' cubs if they came across them. Got a scratch, itchy head. Starting to warm up quite nicely now. You can hear Bryan losing some layers behind us. There's been some very strange ongoings with leopards at the moment, and new leopards moving into areas and tracks of animals we don't know. So quite an interesting time for leopards at the moment.
Stomach line. This is line.
Morning, Cecilia. Welcome on the Sunrise Safari. Cecilia would like to know how many pounds would a cub like this weigh? I'm just going to try to work it out for you quickly, Cecilia. I think this is probably not more than about 20 kilograms at the moment. Maybe a bit more. Maybe a bit more. Maybe let's say 30 kilograms. pounds. So probably somewhere between, I'm going to give it quite a broad range here, it depends, probably somewhere between 60 and 100 pounds at the moment. A really big male leopard probably weighs around 200 pounds. Very big male leopard weighs about 200 pounds. I'd say this is possibly not quite 100 pounds yet, maybe 90 pounds, and that maybe even a little bit less than that at the moment. So I wonder where Shadow is. I wonder if those female tracks we were following a little bit to the south of here could possibly have been Shadow's. It is possible, but that would definitely mean she's extending quite far into what's historically her mother's territory. I think those female leopard tracks that Scott is following up on could possibly be Karula. It is in the general direction she was heading yesterday. Morning, Lisa Osborne. Welcome on Sunrise Friday. Oh, it's chasing a mouse. Well, there we go, Lisa. That pretty much answers your question. Would it hunt when the mother's not here? It looked like it just chased a little bushveld gerbil through the grass. So yes, if the mother did stay away for a few days, it would most definitely hunt if it got a little bit hungry, sticking to smaller things, mice, birds, possibly monitor lizards and other lizard species. And see how fast he is, even for a little guy. That was very close. We nearly saw a kill. Lucky for that gerbil, it managed to get down a hole before it was being pounced upon. So to give you an idea, that where he's sitting now is so very close to the vehicle. He's actually moved closer to us. He's probably 2.5 meters, maybe just 3 meters away from the car. There you can see the side of the car now. So very, very close to us. Very relaxed little boy. Maybe that. He's listening to those impala ratting. That could be quite a big thing for him. Or it is possible his mom might have been calling and we can't hear that. But he is moving quite. Ooh, no, we can't go backwards. You dropped the lens cleaner, did you? Oh, you dropped another one now. Just give us a second. through there. We just dropped our lens cloth, so we'll be 2 seconds. We'll come back for it. I can just see the cub through the bush still ahead of us. We have all our paraphernalia back with us. Just saw him moving through here a couple of seconds ago, so I'm just going to try it. There's a little bit of a drainage system here, so let's see. Where he went. I think he's just on the other side of the bush from us. I'm just going to try and find a way through. Stop there and then we'll move around in a second. Just want to see if he's going to move. Moving into a slightly cooler area, there is a drainage system. I'm not sure whether he was getting really adventurous when he heard those impala rutting and decided he was going to go try. There he goes on the move again. Let's get around. He was going to try and take on an adult male impala at that age. It's not impossible, but just really highly unlikely. You see him, bro? Which way did he go now? Oh, he's laid down in the drainage line. Just go forward a little bit. there's some other vehicles that are going to be wanting to come in here. We can always come back here a bit later, but I'm going to make space for the other vehicles, and we're going to come in a bit later. So we'll have one last little look, and off we go. This has been really great being able to spend some time with the Shadows Cub. Been a really nice sighting. We nearly saw him catch a mouse, but we're going to make some space for the other vehicles that might want to come. Let me just call in. This station's going to be leaving 2 vehicles in this position of this young Madode Ingwe. Best access is now from Triple M to the north east of Impala Plains Junction with Triple M. While we try and maneuver ourselves out of here, we're going to cross across to Scotty, see what he's been up to, and we'll be back with you a little bit later in the drive.